Wreck My Podcast.
What if Skynet was a bit more maternal? That's the story we get from the Disney Channel original movie, Smart House. Will the house be jumping, or will it wreck our childhood?
Wreck My Podcast.
Welcome to Wreck My Podcast, where we're getting smart in this house. Jump,
the house is jumping.
I'm here with my guest. He doesn't know a virtual projection from a hologram. It's Cam.
Jump, this house is jump house.
He is a mother like no other. It's Krager.
I love you 6 tons.
Party. It's Joe.
It did look like a good party.
It did.
Oh, the music dance channel looks great.
So good.
Or music party channel.
NPC.
I could have joined the basketball team if I wasn't so busy. I'm your host, Jordan. Yes. I realized something when I watched this movie, guys.
Sara Banks is fine.
Sara Banks is fine. She also doesn't put an H on her name, which we all know Sarah's without an H are big hoes. Just kidding.
Sorry, Sarah.
I think she's the only one I know that spells it that way.
My little cousin
Sarah
spells
Dillon.
it that way.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure Sarah
Sarah
Dillon also
Dillon.
doesn't have an
Oh, really?
an H.
Yeah.
Then maybe all I know are ones without an H. So maybe Sarah's with an H are the hoes because they have the H on the end
Yeah.
for Sarah Ho.
That's what it stands for.
Yeah, Sarah Ho.
Yes, my little cousin.
But so I realized your little cousin could be like 27 at this point.
She's 18 and just joined the Marines.
Ho. So I realized while watching this. You guys remember that movie that we watched on Netflix called Tao a while back?
Yeah.
It's this.
We made that
Well,
joke
It's
on that
the-
podcast.
Yeah, it's the R-rated version of
Yeah.
this. I don't remember us making that joke because I don't
I
remember
remember that.
any podcast.
No,
we
I
do,
remember
obviously.
like Joe and Cameron were like, "This is Smart House."
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
Wasn't Cole still around at that
Yeah,
time?
Cole watched it.
Cole was there.
Except it didn't have a giant ass hole for this skinny tiny arm to go collect the newspapers.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice the hole was way smaller at the beginning than it was at the
Yeah,
at
because
the
they had to
end?
make it bigger for her to jump through.
It's kind of like
Oh, it's kind of like after
it's kind of like after
used a hoe.
oh yeah. So this
Like after
movie
some good Mexican food.
that's the cleaner version of what I was going for.
Ironically enough, that is the cleaner.
Yeah. So this movie came out June 26th, 1999.
Nice.
Just in time for Y2K.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had just turned 8.
Yes to Kia.
This was around the time where I felt like a Disney Channel original movie was coming out almost like monthly.
Yeah.
I think for a while they almost were either monthly or every other month. They were coming out fairly.
Yeah, they were
this
producing
I
release
think it was
schedule
probably
crazy.
every 6 months.
Yeah, no, it was more than that because that release
Really?
schedule was thick.
Yeah. And as a
It was
kid,
dummy thick. 3 C's.
as a kid, I watched every single one.
Oh,
Yeah.
me
Oh,
too.
absolutely.
Heck yeah, of course. Of course. So this movie was this movie was filmed in Los Angeles
Wait, what a surprise.
and Woodland Hills,
Nice.
which that
Wood.
house looked like a
That's a
Woodland
Woodland
Hills
Hills
house.
house.
100%.
100.
100. Can you guys guess what this got audience score on Rotten Tomatoes?
69.
Okay.
Uh,
What a hoe.
What a Sarah with an H.
I will go 72.
72.
I'd hit it with a 65.
A 54.
Oh, one away from
55. 55. Good reference to a song and also the Spitballers podcast.
fantasy football.
Fantasy footballers, yes.
Yes.
So this was, guys, you
Oh,
will
boy.
never get good this.
Guys,
You will never guess. You will never guess who directed this movie.
J.J. Abrams.
That would have been cooler. Actually, you guys might not even know this person's name. But
Stanley
you definitely know who this is.
Greg Popovich.
No. It is LeVar Burton.
Wait,
What?
really? The
LeVar-
reading rainbow guy?
LeVar Ball
No.
directed this.
That's what I heard.
LeVar Burton. Reading Rainbow guy, also known as Geordie LaForge on
Yeah.
Star Trek Next Generation,
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
directed this movie.
Are you kidding me?
What? How crazy
That's
is that?
nuts.
I've always wanted glasses that are like this.
Yes, right?
Cyclops.
That's why we bought the headphones. So he directed it. It's amazing. I love that. And then thanks for tuning in. See you next. We have Kevin Kilner, who played Nick Cooper, the dad.
He told me that.
Yeah.
In the Kevin meetings.
Yes.
Kevin Con.
Kevin
Over at Kevin Con.
Yeah.
KK, Kevin Con.
Don't slap a third K on that.
Nope.
That's the tagline. Kevin Con.
Don't slap a third K on that.
So he has a recurring role in House of Cards. He played the dad in Greek, and he was in American Pie 2, as well as 100 other things. We have Ryan Merriman, who was Disney Channel royalty.
Yeah.
He played Ben Cooper, the son. He's in Luck of the Irish, Halloween Town,
His nickname is Booper.
What?
Ben Cooper's nickname is Booper.
So he was in Luck of the Irish. He was in Halloween Resurrection.
Nice.
Yeah. He was also in The Ring 2.
Oh, did he play The Ring?
Yep. He played
Just the second
Final.
one,
He
though.
played Final Destination 3. He played
Yep.
Destination.
I remember.
He was in 42.
Oh, nice.
And he's
played the
also
number
I
two.
remember, I remember that. Yeah, he was in 42.
And he also is in Pretty Little Liars.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, yeah.
He was one of the liars.
Yeah.
He was.
He wasn't pretty, though.
No, he was not pretty. We have Katie Sagal.
Sagow.
Pat, Married with Children, Sons of Anarchy, Futurama, 8 Simple Rules, Hyde's mom in That 70s Show.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, who doesn't know this girl?
Yeah.
She's right there.
She's been in everything.
She's been in everything. We have Jessica Steen, who played Sara. She's from Armageddon. You guys remember her in Armageddon?
No?
She's the co-pilot in Armageddon.
Oh, I forgot. I love that movie.
Yeah, that's right.
So much.
That's right. And then we would be remiss not to mention Katie Vaughn,
Yeah.
who's a sister from Brink that we
Yep.
did last week, and she's the sister in this one
Back
too.
to back.
Check out that episode if you like Brink.
Or you've probably already checked it out
Because Brink is the best.
Brink is the best. All right,
You
guys.
take that to the Brink Bank. truck.
Yes. Had you guys watched this as kids?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. Now, did it wreck your childhood rewatching it?
Not really.
No.
A little bit.
Yeah, there were
Craig
some
over
parts.
here trying to pass it off like he rewatched the whole thing.
It was still
I didn't get to the last 20 minutes.
it was still fun from the nostalgic point,
Yeah.
but
And that was pretty much it.
It was not as good of a movie as Brink was
No.
by any
No.
means.
Not at all.
Now, did you guys notice anything as adults that you didn't notice?
Why is
Sarah's fine.
Why is every kid a hacker?
why is every kid just good at coding?
Yeah.
But see, so he's good at coding, right? Yet he manually enters every entrance into this competition thing.
Yeah.
Why didn't he write some code if he's
Yeah.
that
Write a
good
program,
then?
yeah.
Also, they're on dial-up.
Yeah,
yes, they are on dial-up.
Also, how does Sarah not have like some protocol where like, hey, your thing's been hacked, you're probably gonna be notified? Like, come
Yeah.
on.
Because the cloud didn't exist.
And he's that good of a hacker.
He's that
Yep.
good. So,
And he's good at basketball.
he is good at basketball.
He's a real High School Musical.
Did you guys notice that Pat can destroy and create matter?
Yeah, she can.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was a couple scenes on there.
Get out of here, entropy. Third law of thermodynamics, my butt.
There's a couple things
Well, that's
there
First
where
law. First law of thermodynamics. Yes,
Yeah,
sorry,
The
Jeff.
first law of
Seriously.
thermodynamics is don't talk about it.
Third law is nothing below the belt.
So there's a couple times where she's changing the walls
Yes.
and they obviously
And
changed
getting
whatever
rid
they
of
were.
furniture that
That
just
was
went
my
out
thing.
of
I was
nowhere.
like, are those shelves and like storage things never there? They're just projections.
No, you can sit in those chairs and then they disappear. She destroys matter. Like, Sarah didn't create a smart house. Sarah cured every problem in the world.
Yes.
Like, ridiculous.
I really want them floor suckers though.
No, I want that too. Just wait till I lay down.
Lay down flat.
Don't disturb me when I'm using the vacuum.
Every 13-year-old boy.
Oh yeah, they low key were just like, wait, does she keep an eye on me when I'm in the shower? Like, okay,
She's
clearly
very
it's not-
discreet.
Yeah.
She's so discreet. Who's stalking this house? Because they always have food, perishable food, ready.
She creates matter.
She creates matter.
Well, they
I
said
thought you
that
were
she
like,
has-
there's some like creepy dude with binoculars. I'm stuck in this house.
when they were trapped in there, the Sarah did say that
It's a
there's
trap.
enough supplies and enough food in there to have them to survive them for months.
But also, what kind of steroid My Little Bakery is this house that she can create fresh brownies and cupcakes in 15 seconds?
it's all dehydrated.
How crazy is
Just
that?
like bloop, little bit of water.
It's like Back to the Future 2.
Yeah.
Pat also can bounce a ball in the air without any
Yeah.
And then just make a bunch of tennis balls fall from
out
the
of
ceiling.
nowhere.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. Yeah.
Creating matter.
The newspaper retrieval hole is small at the beginning, and at the end, it makes sense to the plot to get much bigger. Also, why is Sara all of a sudden a gymnast? She just jumps right through that thing.
Where did she go?
Yeah, like, like that wouldn't just take you into the house. That would be like a little compartment.
Yeah, like a crawl space.
Yeah, like a little crawl
I
space.
never know what she's doing.
You know what? I never got the reference of Rat Butler until I was an
Oh,
adult.
really?
Yeah, Rat
I
Butler.
still don't know what that reference is.
Red
Gone-
Butler from Gone with the
Gone
Wind.
with the Wind. It's the guy who says, frankly, dear, I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
His name is Rat Butler.
You go. Where shall I go? What shall I do?
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Is the character.
Yeah, his character's name is
Butler.
Rhett Butler.
Rat.
I've never
Butler.
seen Gone with the Wind because I don't have 8 hours.
It's very long.
It's 3 hours long.
It also has an intermission, though.
See, all I heard was 8 hours.
It has an intermission, so
It's
you
really
know it's a
good.
long movie.
It's really good.
It's not nearly as short as
Cam.
Endgame, though.
No. Cam.
Yeah.
Did you get the reference to Space Odyssey in this movie?
Which one?
Well, there's only one. There's not 2001 of them. It's when he says, "Open the door, Pat," and she goes, "I'm sorry, I can't do that, Nick."
Oh no, I didn't pick that up.
It's a nice HAL 9000.
Nice.
Yeah.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Pat made lightning at one point and was
Yeah.
able to control it. Okay.
She's a master of holograms.
It was
Yeah.
quite
She's
shocking.
so good at it.
If this house has a finite amount of power and resources, why didn't they just wait for it to turn off in a few months? I mean, she said it was stocked for a few months.
But she can also create lightning, so
Oh, so she could have kept her power going.
yeah. So she has a complete
There's-
renewable.
But is
energy
she a
source.
botanist? Grow food.
There's no way that Sara did not create an on-off switch. Like
I know, just to be
remotely. There's no way.
Well, no, she never expected Pat to pull a mutiny.
And as you can tell, she doesn't make smart decisions. She dated like a killer or like
That's true.
Oh yeah, that
the Halloween guy.
yeah.
There's no way the city is letting this house drain that much power from the grid. There's this house breaks all sorts of codes that the city would not be cool with.
I don't know. They might be down.
No way. Not in 1999.
Yeah, totally.
With Y2K looming.
They'd be so excited.
I don't think so.
Hey, she was already working on
do you know how much-
smart offices though.
Yeah. Do you know how much tourism that house would pull? They're fine.
Here's the thing. In 1999, how long has Terminator been out? There's an understanding that AI needs a contingency
And
for
her
being
name is
turned off.
Sarah.
Oh.
Sarah Connor.
She changed her name.
So that's what happened to her.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's actually her son.
That's John.
It's John.
Oh, interesting. I have a question.
Yeah.
There's a night where it's a Cape Cod night, and they have fresh lobster.
Yeah.
Does that mean that they just have fresh lobster chilling in some stockroom somewhere in this house?
Going back to the Terminator theory, that's the boyfriend that she was talking about.
Kyle Reese.
Yeah,
He's a
he was a killer.
Oh.
And he was crazy because he would say he's from the future. She's like, this guy be crazy.
We're tying it into the Terminator universe.
This is our conspiracy theory. Jordan, yeah, right?
Where did that water come from?
The bottle.
From Pat.
I did
Spill,
not
spill.
think that it's...
Jordan spilling.
Yeah, I spilled.
Activate the floor sucker.
Yeah, activate floor sucker.
Also, why did those three little boys have a perfectly choreographed dance? That do? When
I
did they
thought the
practice
oh my
exact
that?
same
gosh.
thing.
Oh my gosh, so bad.
And what boy band was that?
I
I was trying to read the
Hang
sign
I don't know,
on the
but
back.
Bewitched was in it, which was
Yeah.
sick.
5. I think they were called 5.
Because there was 3 of them.
No, was there only 3?
No, there was 5 of them.
There was 5 of them. No boy band only had 3. You had to have 5 in the 90s.
The 3
Yeah.
Stooges.
LFO.
I'm pretty sure it was
LFO
called
had
5.
3.
Mm-hmm.
That's
pretty
why they
sure
only
it was
had the
called
one
5.
song.
Ben must not have gotten the birds and the bees talk because he doesn't seem to understand that his dad isn't just dating to find another mom for them, but because he's a single, horny dad.
I don't know. He's kind of weird. He kisses women and thinks of his kids.
Yeah, he's got game, though. He had a kiss ready to go. He's
Yeah.
got dad game. That's dad game.
That is dad game.
That is dad game. When the eventual lawsuit comes from the bully, does Pat get sued? The Coopers? Sarah?
Sarah Connor.
Sarah.
gets sued.
Who? Yeah, so she gets sued. And Gwen is one thirsty hoe, only uses Ben for the house.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when she was interested in him.
Yep, exactly. All right, guys, I'm going to explain this movie to you. Oh, what is this?
That is cool.
Oh, yes, it's time for Jordan to explain the movie quickly.
So I guess even virtual women are overly protective and jealous. That's it. That's all I got. So you ready for the plot?
Let's do it.
This is the plot breakdown.
Yay. Okay.
That was the smoker trying to do it. So the movie starts off with the song "The House Is Jumping."
Yeah, it does.
And plays about 35 more times throughout this movie. We meet the kids Ben and Angie Cooper and their single father Nick, who's a bit busy.
And he makes tuna noodle casserole, which is repulsive.
Yeah, that sounds.
he never even
so-
mixed it or did
No,
anything with
it's
it.
noodles with tuna and a Campbell's mushroom soup on top.
That sounds so bad.
No.
Wreck
Ben-
my taste buds.
Oh, we should totally make
no.
that exactly the way he made it.
My hands are freezing right now.
It's because you're having a reaction
I
to that
think so.
repulsive meal.
All right, so Ben is really against getting a new mom since their mom died only a few years ago. We meet the house and its creator, Sara. The house is extremely unassuming and still very 90s looking for being the house of the future.
Hey,
I think they
she's
said-
Syrah because she aged like a fine wine.
Ooh. I think they said it had been 4 years since the mother
yeah,
had
I
passed.
think so. How old do you think the girl who played Sarah was
At
in
the
that
time?
movie
Maybe
at
like
that time?
In her 30s.
No, Sarah.
Oh, Sarah, my bad.
Probably in her 30s.
in her 30s.
Uh,
I feel like maybe 34,
late
35.
20s.
No.
No.
I don't
I'd
think
say a little
that.
older than
I
that.
think
No,
34,
no,
35
definitely
maybe.
in her 30s.
Yeah. So we meet the house. Yes. Nice looking. We also meet a guy with red sunglasses. Another guy with red
Yeah.
sunglasses who I can only assume is credited as Douchey.
Yeah, that's his name.
So I did, after watching this, I watched Don't Look Under the Bed.
Yes.
Red sunglasses were in that too.
What is it?
Sick.
Like, did they just have red sunglasses, like a room of red sunglasses in the prop department? They're like, gotta use them. Guys, were you confused that only 8,400 people entered this contest?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's very low.
And most of them were
Well,
Ben.
because you the qualifications were you had to be from that county.
But the qualification was also you could enter as many times as you wanted. First off, L.A. County, right?
And by
Okay.
the way, the actress who played Sarah was 34 at the filming of this
Guess
movie.
Oh, okay.
it right.
I should be at a carnival. So
The
this
hairless
is
man.
this is
Guess her age, win a smart house. Come on down.
This is Monroe County in New York. It's supposed to be Monroe. Okay, a county has to probably in New York have at least 100,000 people in the
Easily.
whole county, right?
That's what a county means.
That means that less than 8% of people. No, yeah, 8% of people in this county, if that's true, signed up for this contest. And it wasn't even 8% because it was multiple people signing up multiple times. Just dumb.
We have done so
dumb.
much math
Done
talk in
lots
the
of
past
math.
2 episodes.
Lots of math. The Coopers win the house and jump right into living there because,
They
the house
jump?
is jumping.
All I was missing is the house to actually jump.
Pat just takes blood without
SpongeBob's
asking.
pineapple.
Yeah.
That's a
Non-consensual
little
tissue sample.
Non-consensual tissue sample, which was a little weird. Also, we got to say Pat stands for Personal Applied Technology. Got to love those acronyms back
Yeah.
in the 90s.
Yep.
Angie asked for a strawberry smoothie because she's thirsty. Who asked for a strawberry smoothie? Get this girl a cup of water.
Yeah.
Like,
if I'm a
good
kid, the
Lord.
first thing I'm doing is like, beer.
Not gonna lie, strawberry smoothie sounds excellent.
Yeah,
right
but
now.
not when you're thirsty. Like when you're hungry, maybe.
I'm kind of thirsty, and a strawberry smoothie would not sound bad right now.
Would be refreshing.
So weird. Living in the smart house is making their lives easier. So we learned that.
Yeah.
Is mocha walnut a thing?
I don't know. Never
He's
had
like,
it.
Oh,
mocha
yeah, his
walnut, my favorite.
coffee.
I'm like, I've
It's
never
mocha
even heard.
and walnut together. It
But-
doesn't sound that crazy.
No, but also like, do they make that places?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. We meet the girl that Ben's crushing on, Gwen.
Yeah.
And if they got together, it'd be Ben and Gwen. That is awful.
Yeah.
Ben Gwen. No.
Ben Gwen.
Gwen. I don't like it. Pat has a malfunction, so Sarah comes over to fix it, and this is where Ben sees the control room.
Yeah.
Next, we see that Nick is putting his kids to bed, and he kisses Angie on the lips. Did your parents ever kiss you on the lips?
Yeah.
That's
Mocha
weird to
walnut
me.
is a very
that-
durable laminate floor.
My favorite.
Yeah, that'd be a hard no.
Yeah, I've never had a parent kiss me on the lips.
When I was really little. And then when
but
I got
not
old.
9.
So Mocha walnut.
Was she 9 in that?
I think she was like 8 or 9 in this.
And he was supposed to be in 8th grade.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Now my dad just my
Thanks for the bark.
Great. Although that was a really funny joke. That was a really good joke.
So on a wholesome note, mocha walnut is a very common thing. There's mocha walnut cookies, mocha walnut rum cake, a bunch of other stuff like that.
But is there mocha walnut coffee?
I'm pretty sure I will type in coffee.
There you go. Yeah, Ben proves again that all kids in the 90s are hackers and takes Pat's safety protocols offline so she can act more like a mom.
Yeah, and he like gives her like a like a series of 1950s television.
Which I'm like, does that ever play out late at night? It's just 1950s
These
moms.
In this movie's defense, when MySpace came out, we all became HTML coders.
That's true, but this was a little bit crazier than HTML coding.
Yeah, but all we did was like embed something. Like we did.
We made things.
Yeah.
No, you could have gotten crazy with it.
Bracket
Some
BR.
people did.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Ben gets beat up by a bully, and so this I had the hardest thing with because when he came home, Pat was like, "Here, put a steak on it," and then he grabs the steak and throws it away, and then gets ice and puts it on the eye. And I'm like, "You didn't wash your hands. That was raw meat." Oh, it grossed me out.
I didn't
Well,
even
also,
think about
the
that.
dad's like, "Oh yeah, send him to the bully." He comes home and like beat up, like, "You're fine. Don't worry about it."
Yeah.
Smart house.
Smart house, dang it.
Baby.
Nick asks
Baby.
Nick asks Sarah on a date, and she uses the word quagmire
She did,
casually.
Yeah.
You know why he
Quagmire casually.
You know
Why?
why he asked her out on a date?
Because she's hot.
He was the chosen one. That's what his friend referred to him as. He was like, "She talked to you. You're the chosen one."
Oh no, this is Nick, not
Oh.
Ben and Gwen. This is
Oh.
my bad. Dad. Dad asked Sarah out on a date. Pat throws a party for Ben when Dad is gone. We get a fun random dance moment we were talking about that was choreographed. Also, Pat bullies the bully, but then they get caught by Dad.
Hang on. The little sister is the doorman, checking everyone's invitation to see if they've
Doorman.
actually been invited.
Doorman.
My favorite thing is when the bully shows up. Anytime the bully's around, you hear this like
The guitar,
this, like guitar riff.
It reminded me of
That's just Buddy in the
Power
back.
Rangers
Totally.
with the bowling skull.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so true. That's
Just
so
one of the
funny.
guys in his posse walks around with like a little tape player.
So Pat goes a little nuts after Dad reprimands her and tries to tell her to be she becomes overly protective because
Yeah.
Dad's like, "Oh, you shouldn't have done that." Like she's getting all this conflicting information. She goes a little nuts. So they try to shut Pat down, but she reactivates herself and makes a virtual projection of herself.
Yes.
There's a next scene that's done really, really well where Nick, the dad, and Ben have this heart-to-heart about losing their mom, and it was really
Yeah.
well acted, like really well acted. I thought that was the best scene in the whole movie. You almost like get a little emotional because
totally.
it's so well done. Pat takes the family hostage and kicks Sarah out, so Sarah breaks back into the house to try and rescue them. For a genius, she types really slow.
She's so slow at typing.
Like almost peck typing. It
Yeah.
was so slow. It was pretty bad. Also, I said, when did she become a gymnast? Because what the
Yeah,
heck is
because
that
she
about?
does a nice little flippy thing
Yeah.
there.
Pat catches Sarah and makes a tornado in her anger. Ben rationalizes with her that she isn't real and can't actually protect them, so she stops and comes to her senses. And then Sarah puts the safety protocols back in place, and they still decide to live there, even though it just tried to kill them a second ago.
Yes.
And that's the end of the movie with a fun little
Who
wink.
put chocolate chips in these waffles? Well, I didn't do it. Did you do it? And then Pat.
Oh, it's like the end of Xenon.
Yeah, it's like the end of Xenon.
Yeah, so that's...
Well, now I really want chocolate chip waffles.
That sounds amazing.
I want chocolate chip waffles
Yeah.
so bad. Madison's making the chocolate chip cookies again tonight.
Oh, guess who's coming over?
So happy.
All of us.
Yeah, so you
No,
guys want to hear some
Pat.
fun facts?
Yeah.
What is facts? Baby, they're fun. They're fun. Oh yeah. What is facts? Baby, they're fun. They're fun. Oh yeah.
Guys, we blew through this episode.
Yeah, we're hauling.
We're
I guess
hauling.
you could say we blew ourselves.
I prematurely blew myself.
No, I'm afraid I just blew myself. There's got to be a better way to say that.
Anus tart. So some fun facts here. The movie is supposed to be set in a not too distant future, just like X-Men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I guess all the music stopped being produced in 1999, though. Stu Krieger, who wrote this, and Xenon
Nice.
teaches writing at UC Riverside.
Oh, cool.
So you go, that's not too far. We could go down and be like, hey, Stu Krieger.
We should call him in.
Yeah, we should call him in. And it's set in New York. There you go. Those are the fun facts.
Nice.
I didn't have much more. Was there anything else you guys wanted to talk about in this movie?
Yeah, I watched this whole movie and there wasn't one house in the entire movie.
Where was Hugh Laurie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't there.
He wasn't there. What's going on? You know what I liked? She builds a smart house and she builds a mouse hole.
Yeah.
in it. Like, what? That's so dumb.
It's actually a rat hole.
Oh, you're right, because it's Rat Butler.
Mice can't get through.
No, mice can't get through it. They have too big ears.
Mickey Mouse.
I'm confused on, like you were saying earlier, how it makes the food and stuff. Like when they ordered the banana orange smoothie and it just started shooting out raw oranges everywhere.
Yeah. Where is the room where they're
You know what
stocking
they
all this
say
stuff?
when life gives you oranges.
Shoot him around the room.
It was Attack of the Killer Oranges.
Attack of the Killer Oranges. That's a great line for a 5-year-old.
That little girl was so scared of oranges.
I know,
dude.
right? I'm like, what? How
She's
was
like,
it
I
also?
hate pulp.
How was it shooting the oranges? It was literally
just the thing,
like
like,
a little
oscillate, like-
dumb elevator that
Yeah.
would go up and down. Like, what is shooting the oranges? I don't. This movie doesn't. Physics. Physics.
Though I do want a wall that can project.
Yeah,
I
they're
know.
sick.
Make
did you
that
know-
the alarm clock and thing. Oh my gosh, that'd be awesome.
Did it ever bug you guys to try and figure out when they were playing video games on the wall how they were playing the video game?
Yeah, that gave me
Because
no sense.
They were just like, I'm pushing buttons and it's not coordinating with anything that's happening.
It
No
looks like-
playable characters. It was
looks
just like.
It looks like when you give like one of like your siblings or cousin who's not old enough to play it the unplugged
Oh
controller.
yeah, and they just go like this.
Or it looked like a demo reel for some like fake video game.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
Like a PS1 game.
Yeah, it was so bad. Also, I loved how when they were playing mini golf,
It was- the ball
somehow
was
they were
going
able to
through.
hit a ball that was live into a wall.
Yeah.
But then when he tried to do it again, it started bouncing off all the
Yeah, so I was
walls.
like, what is going on with this?
He clearly hit.
Also,
Not to mention that tie that he was asking an opinion on was hideous.
Yeah.
It was an atrocious tie.
It was a
that was atrocious
the
time,
one
but
on
it was
the
very
right?
90s.
Yeah, the one on the right was terrible.
It's very 90s. Also, when Pat used her floor replicators to get rid of all the party remnants.
Yeah, all the debris.
Why didn't she just get rid of the swetter?
Because it was on top of a plant. She
wasn't
can't
on the
control
floor.
plants.
She could destroy matter, get rid of the whole plant. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but Dad would walk in and be like, "What'd you do with my plant?"
The other thing too, the dad would have never have seen that sweater if they didn't like stop talking and like
Yeah.
freeze and just stare at it.
Or just be like, yeah, it's Angie's.
Yeah, she came over.
No, Angie's the daughter, the sister.
Oh.
Just be like, yeah, it's Angie's. Like, be
Could
like,
have been Sarah's.
like Angie could have just went, oh, I didn't put that away. Silly me.
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
good point.
I mean, come on. I mean,
Come on.
Kim in.
yeah. This movie was
Out of time. Excellent.
so that's Smart House. Sorry, it was a sorry.
Sorry, it was a sorry episode.
Sorry, it was a sorry episode. Sorry, it was a shorter episode.
Sorry, Sarah.
If you couldn't tell, we did 2 of these in a row, and normally our second one gets worse. So we are done. Hey, how about that Bronco game?
Ugh.
So we're done
I
today.
picked up the Bills defense and fantasy.
So stupid. Which is going to now be 2-week-old sports we're
2-week-old
talking about.
sports.
So go ahead and check us out on Instagram and Twitter. Go to wreckmypodcast.com. Leave us a rating or a review. Use our Amazon link. We want to thank Ben from Petrified Gumbo Music for making our intro song. Go to Petrified Gumbo Music if you need if you need a composition made. We have episodes themed on specific topics that come out every Wednesday. We're probably gonna do some December stuff coming up soon.
Cool, because December is happening.
December's happening. It's a
December
thing. Time happens, and time is a fluid, moving thing. So
It
tomorrow
ebbs and flows.
It
through
ebbs
the
and
cosmos.
flows. Tomorrow is a relative term. It never actually gets here, which makes Annie a lot more depressing. So, thank you to my guests for being here. I stole that straight from Bo Burnham.
Yeah, you did.
Thank you to my guests for being here. And finally, thank you to our listeners. We love getting wrecked with you.
Bye, I love you. I love you all. Come on.
jump, jump. The house is jumping.
Come on.
Jump, jump. The house is jumping.
Come on. That's right.
Jump, jump.
Yeah.
The house is jumping.
Say you wanna move, get on the right track. First you gotta jump in, then you gotta jump back. Come on, join the house line. Let's party on down, gonna make some time.
Jump, jump,
yeah.
The house is jumping.
That's right.
Jump, jump.
I'm totally down. Joe, let's all swap hats and shirts so the YouTube.
That's funny.
Yeah.
My favorite meme too is when it shows Elon Musk taking a hit off that weed on Joe Rogan's podcast. It's like a year later, this piece of crap.
Oh no, my favorite where it shows a current Tesla model and it shows PlayStation 4's Tomb Raider, and then it shows the new truck and it shows Lara Croft from the original PlayStation. It's all boxy.
Literally though, you can take that car and put it on the cover of an N64 game and it looks like it works. Yeah, because it's so freaking polygonish.
Morgan's cousin said it best. It looks like the DeLorean and a warthog had sex.
It's so true. So true.
But their baby came out in the 80s in a video game.
One of my friends, shout out Mitch, he posted about it saying,
"Son of a
honestly,
Mitch.
I love it." He goes, "This is what everyone thought futuristic cars that were coming out in 2020 were going to look like in the 80s and 90s.
It's true.
Yeah.
If someone
We're finally getting there,
If
guys.
someone could time travel, it's true.
No,
They would've been
he
called
literally
it.
is just making a truck for the apocalypse. Because you could it's supposed
Kind
to
of.
be bulletproof too.
You know what it is? Were you on the podcast by the time we covered Lost in Space reboot on Netflix or no? Remember?
I thought you were.
Remember the truck
I
they
might have
had
not
in the
been
Lost
there.
in Space
Yeah.
reboot? It's
It
that
kind of
truck.
looked like that, yeah.
It's the exact truck.
He also said, I hope this inspires other manufacturers and other companies to get on board with this total recall futuristic styling.
It's so dumb.
It reminded me of Blade Runner.
So dumb. Yeah, it's like faux futuristic is what it is. I'm like, people are gonna buy it too, which is the crappy part of it. All right.
I mean,
I wonder if it looks better in person.
I mean, I gotta say, for $60,000, an electric truck that will go 500 miles to the charge, even though it's ugly, I'd still, if I had that
Consider
money,
it,
I'd
yeah.
still
Yeah.
buy it because 500 miles to a charge is outstanding.
Yes,
I would
that's true.
I would wait a year later when all the other companies are doing things that look way better that have the same statistics as that, because eventually
It's hard.
everyone's
Tesla
gonna.
has such a leg up on that.
But everyone's gonna eventually follow suit.
it's true.
It's kind of like how it's like,
I don't want a suit.
I may not, I may
love
not.
suits.
I
know
could
you do.
I could go get an Android phone and get all the stuff before iPhones, or I could wait for the iPhone to perfect it.
Basically.
So yeah,
Apple's a sellout.
sell out for me. Oh yeah,
Sell out.
Actually, an Apple
Record company's
computer.
gonna give me lots of money and everything's gonna be all right.
Ba-da-ba.
I'm loving it.
That
was good, Craig. That was good.
Classic Craig. All right, you ready to do this episode?
Yeah.
All right. Welcome. Dang it.
Welcome. Dang it.
All right. Hold on.
Welcome to Wreck My Podcast. My name is Jordan, and we are doing Small House.
Oh,
It's me, Gregor. I'm back. It's me, Gregor.
Wreck My Podcast.